Hunter Biden in a little bit of hot water. He has no more money because his sugar daddy, who was paying for his legal bills, kind of running out of gas. And there's a curious connection here because a new affidavit from the IRS whistleblower called Gary Shapley is saying that maybe the CIA was putting pressure on the DOJ to not investigate this guy, Kevin Morris, who is the sugar daddy for Hunter Biden. CIA may want Hunter to get the money and the defense funding for reasons. Why might that be? Let's see what the story says. Funding might be coming to an end. Politico reported on this one. And by way of background, before we get into this new affidavit, we got to know what's going on with this guy. Hunter Biden's legal defense has a problem. Kevin Morris not paying the bills. Turns out less than a month before the start of his first trial, Hunter may be losing a key financial lifeline. He's a Hollywood entertainment lawyer called Kevin Morris, long supported the president's son, has told associates he's run out of resources to fund the defense. The reason he got involved in the first place is because he wanted to help Hunter, and maybe because his daddy's the president. He really wanted to help him because no one was helping him. But now 4.5 years later, and when Joe's not going to maybe win the presidency again, he is feeling a little tapped out. Reach for comment about this reporting. Kevin Morris confirmed the person's account, but declined to comment further, and a spokesperson for Biden's legal team also declined to comment. This guy's been playing a major role in paying the bills. The fact that he can no longer do this is going to cause Joe Biden a problem. Now, he faces financial constraints. There's going to be a huge problem. There are concerns about how Hunter is going to pay for all of this stuff. Maybe Joe will do it. But apparently this guy has given Hunter more than $6.5 million. Now, did that come lovingly from Kevin Morris, or was this government money funneled through some CIA operation? At a pretrial hearing, the lead attorney signaled that they need more time for preparation. And of course, the judge has given them some of that in the tax case. But this is now a new drop. You remember Gary Shapley and our friend Jason Foster. They came out. They are with the Empower Oversight Committee. He's the founder over there, and they do some great work on this stuff. But he posted this. He says, listen, this comes from IRS Special Agent Shapley, a newly released affidavit saying that the CIA was involved with Morris, that the CIA summoned prosecutors to Langley for a classified briefing on Kevin Morris, Hunter Biden's sugar daddy and balcony bong lawyer. Now, after that, nothing further from the DOJ. They just called lit on it. So here is what the affidavit says from our friend Gary Shapley. He writes, I, Gary Shapley, hereby provide the following statement. Since April 2018, I've been a special supervisory agent, and a super agent at that too. An IRS criminal investigation over with the U.S. Department of Treasury. He says, in that role, I supervised line agents in carrying out the investigation of Hunter. And that began January 2020. Another part of the rigged election. The DOJ back then covered up the entire investigation until the election was over and their guy so-called won. So Shapley was part of the investigatory team. He says, I continued in that role until I was removed from the investigation by the DOJ in May 2023. Why? Because he provided protected disclosures. He blew the whistle about how the government DOJ, Biden's DOJ, mishandled the investigation of Hunter the son. There were conflicts of interest that popped out. There were preferential treatments that were given out, deviations from normal investigative procedures, conflict information that was provided to the Attorney General, to Congress, all related to the independence of the U.S. Attorney for Delaware. Shapley says, in and around August of 2021, discussions were ongoing within the prosecution team on the Hunter investigation. We were asking ourselves, what witnesses do we need to interview to get this job done? During a prosecution team conference call that was on the calendar recurring all the time, sometime around August 2021, on this phone call, Assistant U.S. Attorney Lesley Wolfe, who keeps popping up every time we have a Biden investigation, she told the team that Shapley was on the call with that she and the DOJ tax attorney called Jack Morgan had recently returned from the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, where they had been summoned to talk about Kevin Morris. That doesn't fit. Prosecutor Wolfe stated that they were provided a classified briefing in relation to Mr. Morris, and as a result, we could no longer pursue him as a witness. Why would the CIA stop the DOJ from doing their job? Investigators probed Assistant Attorney Wolfe, but since her briefing was classified, she was apparently sanitizing it to an unclassified form to share over an open phone line. She did not elaborate with more information. She reiterated more than once, that they were summoned to the CIA in Langley talking about Mr. Morris, and that because of the information provided there, he could not be a witness for the investigation. Prosecutor Wolfe proudly referenced a CIA mug and stated that she purchased some CIA swag at the gift shop while she was there. She's just so excited. I got to talk to the CIA. So it's unclear how the CIA became aware that Mr. Morris was a potential witness. How did they even know in the Hunter Biden investigation, and why agents were not told about the meeting in advance? Why we weren't invited to participate? It is a deviation of normal investigative processes for prosecutors to exclude investigators from substantive meetings like this. Now, in August, I emailed, says Gary Shapley, Prosecutor Wolfe to request a classified briefing on the information that the CIA had provided concerning Mr. Morris. The email stated, "Can you give me a call when you have a minute? I'm looking to set up a time to talk with you in a secure location to get an update on one of the witnesses. My clear redacted is T redacted S redacted." Now, I'm sure you understand that I have to, at a minimum, understand the issue at hand. He says, "I can come to Delaware, I can come to Baltimore, I can go to Delaware." Joe Gordon offered to facilitate whatever's most convenient. So Shapley emails Wolfe, and let's see what happens. Wolfe initially solicited attorney Matthew McKenzie to assist with setting up the meeting. She's like, I better get a lawyer in here. So I don't recall whether it was on the telephone or another means, but McKenzie then referenced a clearance level of TS-HCSO as a compartmentalized section required to receive the briefing. It is believed that the HCSO compartment is a CIA-specific sensitive compartment that was unlikely to have been obtained by DOJ tax attorney Morgan or prosecutor Wolfe. It's possible this was simply another roadblock placed in front of investigators to continue to deny investigators access to all of the relevant information. Now, although prosecutor Wolfe initially appeared to be receptive to facilitating a briefing for me on the information, she then ignored multiple attempts by me to arrange the briefing. Since obtaining this briefing was out of my control, eventually I was forced to accept it would not happen. However, it served as yet another example of deviations from normal investigative processes in this matter. Prosecutor Wolfe, who was alerting Hunter's lawyers about stuff that they were going to go search, there was storage bin that they were going to go execute a warrant on. She alerted the defense, they cleared it out. And USA Wolfe made no reference to what she had shared over the open phone line being classified, which it would have been an improper disclosure of classified information. Someone should indict her and raid her house and go through her husband's bedroom and her son's bedroom. As such, I share this information under the belief that it does not contain any classified information. From Gary Shapley, whistleblower extraordinaire. And so very interesting that Kevin Morris apparently is a CIA asset. Does that mean that Hunter Biden is a CIA asset? Would that explain why he continues to basically get away with everything, that there are no repercussions for the Biden's crime family's decades of criminality? Here is Jason Smith. He is on one of the congressional committees investigating Hunter Biden and the Biden crime family. And here's what he says about this.
We've released the information that the IRS whistleblowers provided that proved that Hunter Biden, in fact, lied to Congress on at least 3 different occasions, the ones you just explained. Now this will be up to oversight and judiciary of whether they move forward on a criminal referral, which they should, because the evidence is crystal clear that Hunter Biden broke the law, which is a felony. We have seen the Justice Department on numerous occasions bring charges to people who lie to Congress. We now know Hunter Biden lied to Congress on 3 direct accounts on February 28th of this year.
Yeah, Congressman, it just seems like they're above the law, because you can recommend charges to oversight and judiciary and they can move forward, but it's still up to Merrick Garland.
It's up to Merrick Garland. And unfortunately, we have seen this Biden administration that has looked at 2-tiered justice system, one that's for the Biden family and one that's for everyone else. And we're going to hold their feet to the fire. I'll tell you, Joe Biden's not going to be in the White House for long. In 7 months, Donald Trump will be president of the United States and it'll be a new Justice Department.
All right, let's go. All right, so that's good news. And hopefully there will be some actual justice in America, because currently we have none. We have the DOJ that covers up for the Biden crime family. We have the CIA that covers up for the Biden crime family. Let's not forget, not only are they protecting the sugar brother, sugar daddy, whatever you want to call him, to Hunter Biden, they also help facilitate the 51 fake intelligence agents who wrote a letter claiming that the laptop was Russian collusion. All a CIA op. Everywhere we turn, CIA is involved in this stuff. And now we have a whistleblower who's confirming it for us. So, all right, that's about what we expected. Now, we'll see, is the CIA washing their hands of Joe Biden? Are they kind of done with him now, given the fact that Hunter has no more money? Joe Biden's not really on the ballot in Ohio unless they figure that one out. And they scheduled his debate before the convention. Joe Biden can't even talk. Are they pulling the rug on him? So we'll see. We'll be here covering this. This litigation is also going to be very interesting. So hopefully you join us as we continue our coverage here. We'd love it if you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for becoming a member. It's a great way to support our work. Get some extra content. We do live streams in the morning talking about a bunch of other stuff that we can't squeeze in here. We do streams on Saturday. We'd love to have you join us as a member, and that way we can see you you there and back here on the next one.